And dear students and friends and distinguished guests, may I know how many students are there? Lift your hand. Lift your hand. Students, okay. Friends, if you don't mind, I have something in Tamil, my mother tongue. Will you repeat with me? Yeah? Will you all of you repeat with me? I will explain afterwards. நான் விளக்காக இருப்பேன். நான் படகாக இருப்பேன். நான் ஏணியாக இருப்பேன். அடுத்தவரின் துன்பத்தை துடைப்பேன். மன நிறைவோடு வாழ்வேன். என்ன அர்த்தம் அதுக்கு? அதாவது, if you have, what did you do? If you are you can be a light. You can be light to remove the darkness. You can be a boat to cross these small rivers. You can be a ladder to lift up. And you can remove the pain of other people. If you do all those things, what happens? What happens? You will have a happy life. Okay? If you have, நான் விளக்காக இருப்பேன், நான் படகாக இருப்பேன், நான் ஏணியாக இருப்பேன், அடுத்தவரின் துன்பத்தை துடைப்பேன், மன நிறைவோடு வாழ்வேன். I will live happy. Okay? For all this, these are the conditions. So friends, I am very happy to participate in the program Transforming India and Transform India at Chimaya Mission Initiative and interact with the students. My greetings to all of you. Dear friends, when I am in front of a large number of youth from Chennai and surrounding regions, I am thinking what thoughts I can share with you. First of all, I would like to greet all of you participating in this program, which I hope will provide a bridge for the innovative ideas of the youth with the knowledge of the experience for the prosperity and development of the state and the nation. I realize how the contribution of the youth in the past have continuously enriched the world of today in many fields. Now friends, so I felt, dear friend, I would suggest the education system, we are all working for that, must develop the faith among our youth and youth to participate in this faith in all their action. Hence, I would like to talk on the topic empowering the youth. The topic I am going to, next few minutes, I am going to talk to you empowering the youth. Friends, it is said, the history has proven that those who dare to imagine impossible are the ones who break all human limitations. History has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all human limitations. In every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts or technology, the names of the people who imagined the impossible and achieved are engraved in our history. By breaking limits of their imagination, they change the world. Question is, how many of you want to do that? But this is a fact. They have broken the history. They break what others cannot. Their imagination, the unique. Now, I want to talk to you something about unique. Every youth who have assembled here, just look up. Youth fellows, just look up. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Light. Bulb. Whom do you remember? Whom do you remember? You are not taken food. Thomas Alva Edison, remember. Now every day in this building or any building you are there, in Madras, number of aircraft flying. Whom do you remember? Right. As soon as telephone bell rings, whom do you remember? There was one scientist, Indian scientist. He was traveling from London to Calcutta. In those days, only ship were there. When he came near Calcutta, the sun was shining. Then sky was blue. Sea was blue, horizon was blue. Sea was blue, sky was blue. He asked a question, why sea is blue, why sky is blue? He has to work hard for 7 years to get a Nobel Prize. Can you think of a person? Sir C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize because the backscattering of the light he discovered. The phenomena what he saw, it is a backscattering of light. Now one lady, unique lady, she got 2 Nobel Prizes. Madam Curie got a Nobel Prize for discovery of radium and characterization for all the radio materials. She got a 2nd Nobel Prize. Then one person somewhere close to here, long ago, a mathematician, a small boy, she failed in 10 plus 2, intermediate failed in all subjects except mathematics. But he said, I will win. And he became a very famous man in the number theory. Still people are solving this problem. Now friends, these people, all the people what you say they are, why they are remembered? Why they are remembered? Because they are unique. The question is whether you want to be unique or everybody else. Friends, I have so far met 15 million youth in a decade's time. I learnt every youth want to be unique. That is you. But the world all around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. You want to be unique. But the world is working day and night to make you as everybody else. In the home, dear young fellows, you are asked by your parents to be like neighbors' children for scoring good marks. When you go to school, your teacher says, why not you become like the first 5 rankers in the class? So everybody wants you to make us everybody else. Wherever you go, they are saying you have to be somebody else or everybody else. Now, dear young friends, how many of you would like to be unique yourself? How many of you? How many of you? Be bold enough. How many of you? Okay, at least you must dream to be unique. Okay. Now, since you want to be unique, the challenge, my young friends, is that you have to fight. The hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place, that is unique you. What will be your tools? Can you take a gun to fight? But you got a fantastic tool. What is the tool? What is the tool? What is the tool? Knowledge. Mind, of course. Knowledge comes out of mind. Now, how do you, now this 8, I talked about you 8 fellows, unique people, isn't it? I studied what the unique qualities these 8 people have. You know, you said as soon as I said light, you saw in Thomas Alva Edison. As soon as telephone bell rings, you said Alexander Graham Bell. As soon as the scattering of light, you can remember Sir C.V. Raman. Or Madam Curie, you can remember. So, I was analyzing, doing some research, what is the unique qualities these people have, how they become unique, so that some of you can be unique. Okay? And they had 4 unique qualities. Okay? Number 1, they had a great aim, not small aim. And Alexander Graham Bell, telephone, he built the telephone in his brain. In those days, no laboratory. He assembled the complete telephone components in his mind. So what is the unique quality you must have? It's 4 unique characteristics you must have. Number one, not small aim is a crime. Great aim, you must have a great aim. Number 2, of course you have to continuously acquire the knowledge. Acquire the knowledge through great books, the great thinkers, and great teachers. Okay? But the second one is continuously Continuously, you have to be attentive what I am asking. Otherwise, you will ask question. Continuously acquiring the knowledge. Third one, of course, hard work. You have to sweat and sweat and sweat. Hard work. Fourth one, what is called perseverance. Vidamuyarchi. In Tamil, we call it Vidamuyarchi. And what does it mean? Perseverance. There is any problem you do, whether Swamiji has a problem, our famous editor has a problem, or I have a problem, or you have a problem. Every one of us in our lifetime, some problem will be there. But you should not make problem to be your captain. You should become the captain of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed. That's why Thiruvalluvar said 2200 years back, Idimbaiki Idimbai Padipar, Idimbaiki Idimbai Padadavar. That means the people who will give, they will defeat the defeat. No, you must defeat. That's called Vidamuyarchi. That is perseverance. So what are the four things to be a unique fellow? What? Great aim. 100 marks for you. So friends, what is happening is, now you know how the unique personality got evolved, and also you realize how to transform yourself into a unique you. And above all, what you need is a willpower and a confidence that you can achieve a great deeds. In this connection, let me recall a famous words of 13th century Persian Sufi poet Jalaluddin Rumi. Shall I do it in Tamil? You don't mind? நான் சாப்பிடல 3 நாளைக்கு நான் பிறந்தேன் அரும்பெரும் சக்தியுடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் அரும்பெரும் சக்தியுடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் நற்பண்புகளுடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் கனவுடன் வளர்ந்தேன் நல்ல எண்ணங்களுடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் உயர் எண்ணங்களை செயல்படுத்த. நான் பிறந்தேன் ஆராய்ச்சி உள்ளத்துடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் என்னால் முடியும் என்ற உள்ள உறுதியுடன். நான் பிறந்தேன் ஆகாய உச்சியில் பறக்க. நான் பூமியில் ஒருபோதும் தவழ மாட்டேன், தவழவே மாட்டேன். ஆகாய உச்சிதான் என் லட்சியம். பறப்பேன், வாழ்வில் பறந்து கொண்டே இருப்பேன். தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்யூ. Now, பறக்க வேண்டும் என்ற உணர்வு வாழ்வில் பெரிய லட்சியத்தை அடைய வழிவகுக்கும் என்ற லட்சியத்தை என்னுடைய கருத்து. அதை அடைய என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும் என்றால், உள்ளத்தில் லட்சிய ஒளி என்னவென்றால் லட்சியம் பிரகாசம் அடைய. நான் 4 பாயிண்ட் உங்கள்கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டேன். Now, next point. இங்கிலீஷை போடுங்க. Friends, when you all grow, we have to see what type of India you are going to live. Now I have presented to the Parliament what type of for example, what type of India will be there by 2020. And I want to tell you, when I talk to Tamil, some people may not know Tamil, isn't it? Is it? Some of you know Tamil. There, the equivalent, நான் பறப்பேன், equivalent English is like this. I am born with potential. I am born with goodness and trust. I am born with ideas and dreams. I am born with greatness. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings. So I am not meant for crawling. Because I have wings, I fly. Especially intended for young people. Okay? Of course, people think young also, they can get benefit out of that. Now, since I am the midst of the youth, and they are in 8 years' time, they would like to see what type of India will be there, what they can contribute. So distinct profile of the nation by 2020, how it will look like. A nation where the rural and the urban divide has reduced a thin line. A nation where there is equitable distribution and adequate access to energy and quality water. A nation where agriculture, industry and service sector work together in symphony. A nation where education value system is not denied to any meritorious candidate because of societal or economic discrimination. A nation where education value system is not denied to a nation which is the best destination for the most talented scholars, scientists and investors. A nation where the best of healthcare is available to all. A nation where the governance is responsive, transparent and corruption free. A nation where poverty has been totally eradicated, illiteracy removed and crimes against women and children are absent and none in the society feels alienated. A nation that prospers, healthy, secure, devoid of terrorism, peaceful and happy and continues the sustainable growth path. A nation that is one of the best places to live in and is proud of its leadership. Now, nice thing I said, 10 pillars, it's called 10 pillars of development. Now, to achieve this distinctive profile of India, what I have narrated to you, we have the mission, the transforming India into a developed nation, economically developed nation. We have identified 5 areas where India has a core competence for integrated action. Number 1, agriculture and agro-food processing, value addition to what farmers do. Education and healthcare, particularly women education with value system. Third one, information communication technology. There is 600,000 villages where 700 million people, 70% of our people live. Give them connectivity, information communication technology. Infrastructure, particularly reliable quality electric power, surface transport and infrastructure for all parts of the country. Fifth one, self-reliance critical technology. These 5 areas are closely interrelated. Progressing in coordinated way leads to food, economic and national security. Now, I would suggest each one of the young fellows who are here to select an important task pertaining to any of the 10 pillars which I have described based on your interest and core competence. This will make you a partner in national development. Now friends, what is the mission in life? What is the mission of your life? What is the life mission? Dear young friends, knowledge will empower you to undertake great missions. That means continuously you have to acquire the knowledge. While entering into such type of mission life, you need unique traits achieving success in your mission, which will require extraordinary courage and the ability to dream big, which will help overcome the obstacles. I would like to give 2 examples. One of a visually challenged young boy who was not deterred by his physical challenge. Another birth of a creativity in a difficult situation which is essential for all the students. Now friends, when I was in the President of India, long ago, I met the group of tribal students from Lead India 2020 movement on 28th August 2006. I asked all of them one question. Every day I used to meet 200 children. This time the turn was a group of tribal students from Andhra Pradesh. What you want to become, I asked. After many responses, one vision. Many people said they want to become engineer, doctor, even political leader, like that, they were telling. But one boy, he got up, he said, Mr. President, my name is Shrikant. I want to become visually challenged first President of India. You cannot see. You cannot see. Both eyes you cannot see. But that boy said, I want to become first visually challenged President of India. I was very happy to see his vision and ambition. Small aim is a crime, just now I told you. Hence I congratulated him to realize his vision and told him to work for realizing the vision what he is having in my mind. Thereafter, this boy Srikanth worked very hard, got 90% in the 10th class and 96% 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2. And she set a goal to study engineering in MIT Boston, USA. He said, I am going to study in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT Boston. His relentless hard work not only secured seat, but he got full fee waiver from MIT Boston. Srikanth's achievement has brought changes in many change agents the Lead India 2020. Seeing this impact of Lead India 2020 training, Lead India 2020 movement and G volunteers have funded Mr. Srikanth for his travel to USA. Today he is pursuing his studies at MIT Boston. When the GE offered him a job on his completion of the graduation, he told them that he would certainly come back to GE if he could not become the President of India. What a confidence. The boy has amidst the difficulty, he had a difficulty, but he had a vision. He can't see, but he had a vision. And the challenges in his life by being visually challenged. Now I'm going to talk to you. Street boy, how a street boy has become a noble laureate, street boy. He is an Italian boy. Does not matter who you are. Mario Capaci has a difficult and challenging childhood in Second World War time. For nearly 4 years, Capaci lived with his mother in a chalet in Italian Alps. When World War II broke out, his mother, along with other Bohemians, was sent to the jail. So this boy was left. He did different types of life. He did all sorts of life. He was in street and sometimes joining gangs of other homeless children, sometimes living in the orphanages, most of the time hungry. He spent the last year in the city of Emilia hospitalized for malnutrition, where his mother found him on his 9th birthday after a year of searching. Within the week, the Capaci and his mother sailed to United States of America to join his uncle and aunt. There the boy studied in many subjects, but finally he locked on to life science. Life science, his research, his passion has become a life science. His objective was to do gene targeting, and his doctorate thesis into gene targeting. The experiment started in 1980, and by 1984, Capaci had a clear success. 3 years later, he applied to the technology to mice. In 1989, he developed the first mice with targeted mutations. The technology created by Dr. Capaci allows researchers to create a specific gene mutation anywhere they choose in the genetic code of the mouse. By manipulating a gene sequence in this way, researchers are able to mimic human disease condition on animal subjects. What the research of Mario Capaci means for human health is nothing short of amazing. His work with mice could lead to cures for Alzheimer's disease or even cancer. The innovation in genetics that Mario Capaci achieved won him Nobel Prize in 2007. The message one can derive from the achievement of Mario Capaci, the boy, street boy to the Nobel laureate. What is the message? Will you repeat with me? All the young fellows, will you repeat with me? Yes? Yes. When I wish upon a star, it does not matter. It does not matter who I am. Anything my heart desires will come to me. This is the message we understand from Mario Capaci. Now friends, I would like to discuss about the mission of 10 billion. You know, friends, you know trees, isn't it? Now, how many of you know photosynthesis? Photosynthesis. How many of all of you know photosynthesis? All the young fellows know photosynthesis. But you know the photosynthesis process, every tree, mature tree, absorbs 20 kilogram of carbon dioxide every year and lets out 14 kilogram of very good oxygen it lets out. Imagine you have a billion people, India, billion trees, you calculate how much oxygen we release. 1 billion tree, and how much carbon dioxide is killed. Okay? It's a big number you will get. So, that's why I'm asking all of you, will you take an oath from me? I will catch you if you don't do it. I will plant near my home, near a park, near a school, 5 plants and nurture trees. How many of you will do? All of you will do? Never Swamiji will ensure you all do it. Okay. Now friends, time is very important, isn't it? As you all know, the earth floor rotates one axis. How much time it takes? Earth floor rotates one axis. Even dream you have to say that. How much time? Very good, 24 hours, very good. So what happens? Day and night you get. This earth floor orbits around what? How much time it takes? Very good. Now, as you all know, earth rotates one axis in one's day having 24 hours. What is the 24 hours equal to? 1440 minutes. That is equal to 86,400 seconds. So earth itself orbits around the sun. It takes nearly 1 year for an orbit, just now you said. 1 year orbit means all the people, every one of your age 1 year plus. Dice people also 1 year plus. Okay, it takes nearly 1 year for an orbit. With the completion of one rotation around the sun, your age is added by 1 year as you are living on the planet Earth. Seconds fly. You tell me, repeat with me. Seconds fly. Seconds fly. Minutes fly. You know, sir, our computer car. Seconds fly. Minutes fly. Hours fly. Days fly. And years fly. We have no control over time. Right? The only one aspect, repeat with me, the only one aspect we can do is, while the time flies, we can navigate the time. How do you navigate the time? Let not my winged days be spent in vain. Every second very important. Now friends, in conclusion, what I will be remembered for? What I will be remembered? Each one of you should be remembered, isn't it? You said you will become unique, right? All of you, 3rd row, 4th row onwards, all of you upstairs fellows, all of you want to be unique. That means you will be remembered. Because the light is remembered. No? That guy you remember, telephone guy you remember, backscattering of light we remember, Madam Curie we remember. So you have to be remembered. The question is, what will be each one of you to ask today? Go to the computer terminal or take a paper and pencil. Don't go to the TV. So you write what I will be remembered for. Okay, will you write? All of you. What? Now hear me what I am saying. But the question I am given an exercise. All of you will write in your notebook what I will be remembered for. Friends, finally I will ask you, what you would like to be remembered for? You have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page or a screen. That page may be a very important page in the book of human history. Remember that. And you will be remembered for creating that one page in the history of the nation, whether the page is the page of invention, the page of innovation, or the page of discovery, or the page of creating a societal change, or a page of removing the poverty, or a page of fighting injustice, or planning and executing mission of energy independence. I'd be happy if you children, if you students could write this page and mail to me apj@abdulkalam.com. apj@abdulkalam.com. If you send a mail, I will send you, if a good idea is there, I will send you a knowledge card. Bright idea is there, I will send you a book also. Okay. So my best wishes to all of you for success in the mission of development and prosperity of the nation, the world. May God bless you all, friends. Now, you seem to be, you are all tired guys. Okay, then you are ready. Oath for the youth. Oath for the youth. I will have a goal. You work hard to achieve that goal. I realize that small aim is a crime. Small aim. I will. This for all, not only for children, for all of us, dice people, all big guns also. I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Repeat with me. I will be good member of my family, good member of my society, a good member of the nation, and a good member of the world. Will you? I will always try to save or better someone's life without any discrimination of caste, creed, language, religion or state. Wherever I am, a thought will always come to my mind. That is, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You don't need money. I want to tell you that. You guys go away from Chennai. Somewhere 20 kilometers you will find 5 people cannot read and write. Teach them. For that you don't need money. If you want, you take your teacher also. Okay? For planting the 5 tree, for that also you don't need. You go to our hospitals, Madras Hospital, crowded all the hospitals, evening 6:30. People are waiting, relatives are waiting, friends are waiting. But if you go deep into that hospital, you find some beds, nobody goes. They are orphans, some old patients. You take some flowers to them. Is it cost you? Will it cost you? So that is called what can I do, okay? I will always protect, enhance the dignity of every human life without any bias. I will always remember the importance of the time. I will always work for clean planet Earth and clean energy. As a youth of my nation, I will work with courage to achieve success in all my tasks and enjoy the success of others. Enjoy. I am as young as my faith. I am as young as my faith, and as old as my doubt. Hence, I will light up then the lamp of faith in my heart. My national flag flies in my heart, and I will bring glory to my nation. Thank you, children. You are very great.